Hi, I'm SusanArruda. It's that time of year again. It's fall pumpkin spice time, and I am going to teach you how to make my pumpkin spice bites. These are raw recipe, meaning there is no baking involved. We are going to use real pumpkin in these performance fuel bites, and if you have not already purchased my Performance Fuel Bites ebook, check it out here, and you are going to find so many great recipes. What I love about making your own recipes is, of course, you control the ingredients. So these are organic, and they are so good for on the go, and they're my staple when I'm training, post training, biking, hiking, you name it. I always have some Performance Fuel Bites on hand, and I just appreciate that there's no additives, no fillers, and equally important, they're good for you, but as important as that is, they also taste great. Quick story, I bought some raw bites at a cafe recently, and I know that they're expensive because of the ingredients that go into them, so I bought two that I thought, these sound good, I want to check them out, I want to try them and see how they compare. True story, they were so bad that I could not eat them. So the ingredients were good, but the taste was off. So you are not going to have that happen with these. So here's what you're going to need in order to make these delicious pumpkin spice Performance Fuel Bites. You're going to need a food processor, pumpkin, raw pumpkin, unsweetened, pureed pumpkin. So I often will just cook a whole pumpkin and puree it and then freeze it in batches. Otherwise, you can buy canned. I know it's a lot easier, convenient, but please make sure that it is non-GMO and that the liner is BPA free. You want to stay away from BPA. It is a hormone disruptor and it is so bad for you. So if you're going to buy the cans, make sure it's BPA free. You're going to need pumpkin spice, pumpkin pie spice. I made my own, so I will put that recipe at the end of this video so that if you're interested in making your own as well, you can too. Otherwise, you can swap out and just as a quick, easy workaround, you can use cinnamon, ginger, allspice, nutmeg, cloves, just a combination of those, more cinnamon than anything else. And you're going to need dates, right? Pitted dates, that is, that's important. You're going to need almond flour. You're going to need pumpkin seeds, raw pumpkin seeds, and we will also need flax meal, and I'm using whey protein. You can use any protein you like. I prefer an unflavored brand because the taste won't be as strong in the final product. So this is grass-fed, from grass-fed cows, but of course, again, if you don't want to use protein powder, you can swap it out for plant-based protein, or you can simply just use maybe a quarter cup more almond flour. And you're going to need some measuring spoons and cups. All right, let's get to it. I'm going to wash my hands and set everything up. Let's go. One thing I really appreciate about these raw bites is that you don't have to turn on the oven. That makes them very kid-friendly, and when it is so humid and so hot in summertime, that is a major bonus. Alright, so we are going to start this recipe with the pumpkin seeds. We're going to use half a cup, so grab your measuring cup, and you just want it level to the top, okay? I'm just shaking it out in the bag here, and I need to go grab my blade. I just realized it's not in here. So pour that in, we're gonna whip it up. So we're gonna add that half cup of pumpkin seeds, pour it in, and we're gonna process it until it's smooth. Now we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of pitted dates. Pour that in and process that again. Once the dates are processed and combined with the pumpkin seeds, we're going to add 1/4 of a cup of almond flour and 1/4 of a cup of flax meal. Whip that up and process it again. Make sure the dates are well pureed here. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice as it's processing. And now I'm going to add 1 scoop of the protein powder. Again, I'm using unflavored. And process it, whip it up, combine all the ingredients. It smells so good. Finally, last but not least, it's the unsweetened pumpkin. Now we're going to add this a tablespoon at a time, 1 or 2 tablespoons at a time. It's 2 to 4 tablespoons. So I think it's going to land at 3. So you want to level that off, and there's 1. You can add 2 right off the hop. Easier to add it, not so easy to take it away, so always incorporate that more slowly after the initial 2 tablespoons. Alright, you might need to use a spoon just to scrape off the sides. Now this is actually looking very cohesive, and it looks like it may actually stick together. So I'm going to grab it and, yep, 2 tablespoons. It's working. Sometimes I use 3, and it really does depend. So I'm going to form 1 into a ball, and I'm going to try it out. You got to taste test it, of course. So good. So good. All right, this is perfect. 2 tablespoons. If I add more, maybe I'll add maybe half a tablespoon. It'll just make it a bit more creamy, but you don't want it too wet. So go slow, and maybe 1 teaspoon at a time from there. You kind of need to gauge it and taste test it. I actually think these are perfect. So I'm going to form these into balls. Make sure you got clean hands. Let's make some balls. Optional, you may want to just sprinkle the bites with a little more pumpkin spice or cinnamon. You can really just have them plain like this. They are so flavorful. Super simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 bites because I ate 1. So that's the yield for this recipe. So amazingly good for you. Pumpkin is low calorie, so healthy, and such a simple way to get some into your body and into your children's bodies, and these are great for everyone. So I hope you enjoy this recipe. please tag me if you make these, and be sure to check out my Performance Fuel Bites ebook if you would like a lot more recipes like this. See you in my workouts.